Hello everybody! Today I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks to make your paintings more spontaneous. How to get rid of pressure, stress away, to paint with easiness to achieve effortless results on your paintings, especially for beginners. I chose a very simple subject, a tree. Usually beginners start from painting a tree, watching at the photograph, and develop a painting gradually. Very accurate. And they trying to paint every single detail for the tree. They took so much time and pressure to be right. Am I right? Am I wrong? And get worried when something went wrong, when they miss some branches, some brush marks, or when they achieved mistakes. Often leads to trying new subject and never back to paint trees again, saying this trees isn't my subject, I'm going to try something new, or even leave the medium and try to paint with pencils or oils, acrylics. Line sketch. This is a wonderful practice actually, to learn your subject, to paint every single detail. But if you want your paintings to be loose, spontaneous, seems so effortless, you should paint differently in a different way, right? And you might question in watching at those wonderful paintings from professional artists, how they do that. Maybe they paint all their life the trees, so their trees looking so effortless and easy created. Maybe they have some super special brush which you should find and keep in your studio and which you don't have for this moment. Maybe this is an answer. So you're keeping questioning and not finding an answer. You don't get in results you want. Do you want to know the answer? How to achieve spontaneous brush marks and seem so effortless result? What I ask you to do is to take a new piece of paper, piece of scrap, and yes, do exercise. Apply funny brush marks like this. Like a calligraphy. You paint again and again. You try like this, like that. This is a scrap. And keep adding like that. Make it quicker, slower. You do exercise. So the moment you back to your composition and start to paint a tree, somehow your hands, from your fresh memory, you just exercised, you're warm up, and you achieved spontaneous result. I hope you enjoy watching and benefit this little artist tip to make your paintings look spontaneous and seem so effortless. I hope you look back and see my another artist tips for you to learn more tips and how to loosening up your style a little bit with my little exercises and tutorials. Enjoy watching and see you next time. I would paint a tree if I painted for myself, for my paintings. I would take a new brush filled with and wet it. Just make sure the first layer is dry. I wet it in a spontaneous way. And then I took a brush with green color and do exactly the same manner, but here I use a wet on wet technique. And I keep in mind that my brush always has enough water and pigment. I don't paint with a dry brush. I use water, lots of water. So as you can see, some areas are still working and I need time when this dry. And some brush marks are dry and more defined. And mostly I can correct some shapes as I wish to, but I have much more rich impression by combining wet and dry brush marks. I forgot about the shadow. If I add water on top of this green, what it gives me? So this is the end of this session. I hope you enjoy watching this and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.